Your test tomorrow will be multiple choice. You will be choosing the best answer.
Okay, good.
Okay. You've got to know how to use your calculator to find square roots. All right? I'm jumping a little ahead. Wow. I completely erased it from the board. No, that was right. Okay. If I asked you to find the fourth root of 720 on your calculator, and I said round it to the nearest thousandth. I don't know what it is because I don't have a calculator. Could you do that?
Yes.
Okay, you need to be able to operate your calculator, find the fourth root of a number, and you need to know how to round.
Is that it? 5.18.
Yes, 5.180. Well, you don't have to put 0 because it's 0. But know how to use your calculator and know how to round. If I say this thousandth, how many numbers pass the decimal?
What'd you get?
Okay.
5.180.
This button here is tells you the root of the fourth root. You're going to type in 4. Then you're going to tell it you're looking for the roots. And then you say what number.
Did you get it?
Type in number 1.
Is that what we're
The nearest thousand. You got to do this first. You hit the number that you take the root of. Then you tell it, I want the root. Never mind. I lied. I want the fourth root. 7.
Oh, I closed that parentheses.
There's no parentheses. Okay. Be sure you can do that. We need to know how to simplify radicals. If you just have a radical and you need to simplify it, if you're looking for square roots, you're going to break everything down and you're going to see if there is pairs under there. There are pairs, excuse me. If you're looking for cubed roots, you're going to break everything down and look for groups of 3. Fourth root, groups of 4, on and on and on. All right. The square root of 8x to the 9th power. Means that you have 9 x's being multiplied under the radical. Now, I showed you all a shortcut. Those of you who can use the shortcut, you're going to save a whole lot of paper and time. Square root. How many groups of 2 are in 9? There are 4 groups of 2. So you can take 4 x's out. What's the remainder? 1, which means you have 1 x left under the radical. Now, if the shortcut is confusing to you, then list out all your x's and identify how many pairs. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 pairs of x's. So I take 4 x's out, and I have 1 left under the radical. All right? Be able to work with radicals and exponents. On your calculator, find right now the answer to this. The negative of the fourth root of 25 and round it to the nearest hundredth. Raise your hand when you get an answer.
The 294.3.
No.
Negative 0.44. Negative 2.23.
Okay, well, it would help if I knew what it was.
Negative 2.
What?
Negative
2.24. If I say round to the nearest hundredth, I only want two numbers past the decimal point. Your calculator should have showed negative 2.236. 6 is 5 or bigger, right? So I round up.
What? I can do that.
Yours you do backwards. You type in 25. Then you tell it you're looking for a root. And you have to use your second. Your shift second, whatever. Here it is. Okay, this one right here. Second, this. Now what root? No, I didn't
What's
get.
negative?
Now, you want the negative of that. Okay? If I ask you to find this,
Not real.
it's not a real number. Because you cannot have an even root of a negative number. There is no number
It says error.
multiplied an even number of times that gives you a negative.
So 2,
Yes.
4, 6.
If we're like working a problem on a test and something comes out to that, you just write like
It's going to be multiple choice, so you choose the best solution. Okay?
So
If
2,
it's not a real number, I'll have that as a choice, not a real number.
like 2, 4, 6.
Any even root. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, whatever. Can you, however, find this, the cubed root? What's the cubed root of a negative number? Positive or negative?
Negative.
Negative. Now using our little shortcut, our division shortcut. How many?
2.
2. There are 2 groups of 3Ds, right? If you were to list out all 6 Ds and you're looking for groups of 3, you have 2 groups. Are there any left over? No. So that simplified is simply negative 2D. I mean negative D squared. Nick Waggus back, please pick your head up. We should be at the point after the 4 or 5 weeks that we spent, however long we spent on section 5.4, that when we see this trinomial, our brains should trigger a word. Factor. Factor. Now they don't have a greatest common factor because they don't all have, well, because of that 1 there. All right, so if we were to factor this trinomial, I need factors of 9x squared and factors of 1 that combine to give me positive 6. And these are them. Now, do I have a pair under there?
Yes.
Yes. So what is this final answer?
3x plus 1.
3x plus 1 is the final answer. You've got the square root of a sum times itself, which means that the sum is the answer. Yes?
When you have problems like that, you can't take out like the 3x method, but you can take out the whole thing.
The whole thing because it's a group. Exactly. If it's in an addition and subtraction problem, you've got to look at it as an entire group.
You give me
Okay.
6.
When I FOIL this back together, my outer terms multiply to give me 3x, and my inner terms multiply to give me 3x, which gives me plus.
Let's do it the other way.
What other way?
The other way you told us.
Okay. Factors of 9x squared and factors of 1.
Yeah.
Right? They're both plus. Okay. If I ask you to simplify this radical, what do you have to do? Do the factor tree for 81. Break 81 down to its prime factors. Knowing our